Hello everyone, Brian Fisher of FisherFAST. Very Merry Christmas to everyone watching. Today in this video, I have a pretty special Porsche here for the true Porsche enthusiast and purist at heart. This is a beautiful 2008 Porsche Cayenne Turbo. It has done just a little bit over 35,000 original miles. It has 0 accident history, a clean Carfax, as well as a clean title. In this video, I want to just briefly talk about the little bit of maintenance that I've done on the vehicle, take a look at the official build/spec sheet, and then finish up with a brief walk around tour of the exterior, interior, and then finally under the hood. So the car right now has 35,920 miles. All of this maintenance I'm about to go over was just completed 10 miles ago on December 10th. I changed the engine oil and filter, the power steering and PDDC reservoirs, the power steering and PDDC fluid, the intercooler to turbo pipe seals for both the driver and passenger side, the engine spark plugs, engine ignition coils, engine air filters, windshield wiper blades, interior cabin filter, front and rear brake rotors and pads, a brake fluid flush, Continental DWS06 plus tires, both front and rear, with road force balancing. So this car truly is ready to hit the road. You're not going to have to worry about doing any maintenance whenever you get the car. It's gone over front to back, and anything that needed done has been done. Take a look at the spec sheet. So in 2008, it did have a MSRP of $116,500. It is finished, in my opinion, a very unique color combination. It's much different and more unique from just the plain black on black that probably 70% of the Cayennes actually came out as. The official exterior color is called dark olive metallic. And whenever you're in the direct sunlight, you can see right now it has a dark metallic green color to the paint. And then if we go walk around to the other side, you see it almost looks black. And at nighttime, you get that kind of black shiny paint. In the daytime, in the bright sunlight, you get that really nice dark green color. Talking about the inside, it has the natural leather chestnut color, and it looks like closer to like a terracotta color in my opinion. It's a very nice color because it has a lot of red in the brown, and it makes it look like very rich and sumptuous compared to a plain tan. And the two colors pair very well together, the chestnut and the dark olive metallic. A couple of the options that's worth mentioning: the Porsche dynamic chassis control makes a huge difference on these big heavy SUVs. For the suspension, it's something you have to have, in my opinion. It does have the different sports tailpipes, as you can see here. It has the Porsche entry and drive, so that means you just put your hand on the door handle, have the key in your pocket, pull towards you, the door will open. Push this button to lock the door. To start the vehicle, it already has the blank key in there, so you just turn that to the right. Keep the key in your pocket. It does have a backup camera, as well as the full carbon fiber interior package. It has the 21-inch wheels with brand new Continental DWS06 plus tires, as mentioned, with the giant red Brembo brakes. They look awesome behind the silver wheels. It also has Sirius XM and a Bose sound system. Just quickly show you the front page for the Carfax, and then we'll take a look at the actual vehicle itself. Okay, so I'll drop these papers inside and then we'll do the promised walk around. It's also worth mentioning that this vehicle started its life in Florida. The second owner bought it 1 year after the first owner and has had it since then, and I purchased it about 6 to 8 months ago. So it's been in Florida and Georgia and then finally in Pennsylvania. So it hasn't seen any snow or salt in its entire life. The underneath looks immaculate. There's no rust on anything. I did have to unfortunately drive it out with just a tiny bit of leftover snow on the road today. That was the first time this car has ever probably seen snow before, believe it or not, though. So I'll just take a little more detail, closer look at the paint. Whenever I did install the new tires for this car, while the wheels were off and I was doing the brakes, I took the opportunity to really clean up the calipers and remove any old brake dust. I did a quick polish on them as well as coat them with a high temperature sealant so they look brand new. There's no built up brake dust on those. The paint looks great. You can just see that green metallic really popping in the sunlight here. It's a very, very unique color. Only one of the wheels has a slight amount of curb rash. All of the other three are basically perfect. This is the wheel with the very tiny amount of curb rash on it. But even inside, the barrels of the wheels were also cleaned as well, so there's no built up brake dust in there. The lenses for the headlights practically look like new, no peeling at all on those. And here is the real star of the show. The twin turbo 4.8 liter direct injection V8. This motor is making 500 horsepower and 516 pound-feet of torque. You can see just how clean the engine bay really is. Now we'll start on the interior. It does have a fully power and automatic tailgate. Inside, the carpet looks just like new. I'm not going to go too in detail for the interior here, just because the sunlight really casts too many shadows on the inside to really get a good idea of what it looks like. So I'm going to save that for the second part of the video. I'll take it back into the garage with controlled lighting so you get a better idea of the interior color and options as well. Yeah, so that's going to do it for this quick walk around tour of this beautiful 2008 Porsche Cayenne Turbo, at least for the outside here. So I'm going to take it back into the garage now, if you follow me back there, and then we'll take a little closer look at the interior and the paint under a different lighting condition. Hang on tight. Thanks for joining me back inside the garage here, where it's thankfully quite a bit warmer. As previously mentioned, I also wanted to show the Cayenne in a different lighting scenario. The harsh overhead fluorescent lights in the garage here really give the paint a different appearance. You can see how glossy everything is, and then also really make out the green metallic in the paint, which may or may not come across quite as well on if it's a little bit cloudy out or the sun's not 100% overhead. So this gives you an idea of what it looks like. I said in two different lighting scenarios, the color may look, a little different depending on the light you're in. And that's such a cool feature of this color. At nighttime it looks like it's almost jet black, and then when you get into a bright lighting environment, you can just see how much green, pearlescent green, really comes through. So what I want to do is just take a final walk around the vehicle once again to show you the paint in this type of lighting. And then that also goes for the interior as well. I want to take a look on the inside. And I believe in this controlled lighting environment, you'll get a better idea of what the actual color of the interior is like, and be able to see it in better lighting and condition as well in the controlled lighting environment here, versus the outside sunlight where you may get some reflections from coming in from the windows and casting shadows on certain parts of the interior and such. So let's finish up with this last walk around, and then I'll hop inside and show you the interior. Now let's take a look on the inside. And as I previously mentioned, I really love this color combo and spec on this car. Whenever I was first heard about the color of this car, I'm not really a green person, but after seeing how well these two colors pair against each other. The interior on this vehicle isn't a light tan. It's not a super dark coffee brown. You know, it falls kind of in between there, and it has a lot of red within the brown color itself. And you can just see how well that the interior color pairs with the exterior color. And that's also including all the carbon in here as well. It just really makes for a very luxurious feeling interior. It's just not a plain drab black, you know, interior, black on black car. It really does feel unique when you're inside of the vehicle, and also when you see it going down the road. I mean, it really is a cool color combination, and not too many cars are going to have a spec similar to this. You got the nice big moonroof up here. Driver's seat's in really good shape, as you can see. Even in all the door jambs, the paint is like new. I mean, there's hardly anything wrong with it there. Another cool feature with the carbon fiber interior package, even in the rear, that carbon comes back here. You can see these three trays are also have the same carbon fiber pattern on them. That's your dual cup holders, cigarette lighter, and then the rear also has the heated seats for each side independent. Then you have a little cubby hole or storage space you could put your phone or something. Passenger seat looks absolutely immaculate. And you do have that nice stitched leather all up on the dash here. It's not the cheap imitation leather or the vinyl that they use on the other models. In the glove box, you have all the original manuals, which I have just sitting out for display here. You can see it comes in the original Porsche case there as well. Warranty card, maintenance, navigation, quick start, owner's manual, PCM manual. Glove box is super clean, no stains or tears or rips in there either. Now, I wish you could smell this interior too. I mean, as funny as that may sound, you know, not all cars get treated with the same level of care. You know, even a car like this, you know, you could have just smell completely different. But believe me, or trust me when I tell you, the car still smells like new leather inside. It has a very pleasant aroma to it. You could definitely tell it's never been smoked in. Carbon fiber goes all the way through. There's your PCM screen. Heated seats, front, driver and passenger. The top glove box. Second set underneath. Here's your other buttons there. These buttons on the steering wheel are also super nice. Usually on the older Cayennes, these buttons, the paint will peel and they become sticky. These ones look like brand new. No problems at all with these buttons. All the carbon on the steering wheel. As mentioned, it does have the keyless start and entry, so you just keep your key in your pocket. That's what turns the vehicle on and off. Take a look in the trunk. Has the power lift gate, so you just push the button underneath of the lip here on the rear hatch. Pops right open. The struts for holding the rear tailgate up are still super strong. It holds it up no problem. All of the carpeting on the inside of here looks honestly like new. I mean, there's nothing wrong with this at all. Underneath of the tray here, you have the original factory spare, which doesn't appear to have been taken out before. You have the original factory tool set with the wheel lock key underneath, and the build sheet with all the option codes that the vehicle has on it as well. Super cool to have that. You have the privacy screen here in the back. You can pull out if you have any cargo or packages you don't want other people to see. You just pull that out. Take a look underneath of the seats just to show you every inch of the car here. Super clean underneath here as well. And to fold the rear seats down to make everything flat, they have a flat loading floor in the back, you do have to remove these 3 headrests. If it were me and I was driving this vehicle on a daily basis, I would personally just leave these 3 headrests off so that I could put these seats up and down without having to take these headrests off every time. Super clean over here as well. It's also worth mentioning too the shape of this car compared to the newer 958 and then whatever the generation above that is I actually really like this design on this one. Is that it still has that squared off kind of boxy, angled look in the rear. And if you just look how massive the loading area is on the back here, you can really fit tall objects in here. And whenever you have those seats folded down in the back, you have a ton of space to put stuff in, compared to the newer cars, which try to mimic, the quote-unquote sports cars a bit more. And the roof line is really sloped, which cuts into your cargo and loading area. I really like this more boxy design here. Yeah, guys, so I think that's going to wrap up this walk around on the Cayenne here. I will be sad to see this car go, and I know people always say that. I say that a lot too, but I've had 3 of these Cayennes. This is my 3rd one now, the first one being a 2006 Turbo, which was about 10 years ago. And then I also right now have a 2011 S, and this really combines the best of both of these generations, the 957, 958. I really honestly like the styling on this 957, the 2008 through 2010, more than the 958 exterior styling. But I do like the interior a bit better on the 958, the kind of futuristic design. So, like I said, this kind of combines the best of both of those. You have tons of power from the V8 twin turbo. You got a very luxurious looking, feeling, smelling interior on this one. You have all the carbon. You have a very unique color combination. And this really is a unique vehicle. And if you've been waiting to jump into the Porsche ownership and grab a Cayenne Turbo, these are only getting rarer and rarer, especially with these super low miles on this particular car. And then being fully serviced with all the new brakes, tires, fluids, you name it. I mean, this is definitely one to keep your eye on. And if you've been thinking about it, If you ask me, I wouldn't hesitate. If it doesn't get what I want it to bring, then I'm keeping this one for myself. If you have any questions, definitely feel free to reach out to me at FisherFAST@hotmail.com. I appreciate you taking the time to watch this video and watching it all the way through. Until next time, take care.